Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Amma ba'd. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا إن سنقلي عليك قولا ثقيلا. It's from the Holy Quran بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم سورة الزمر. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, read it tartil, in a way the Quran is coming tartil. And of course tartil in Arabic is a Quranic term referred to manner of reciting the Holy Quran. In the manner that Quran should be recited with reflection and understanding. Therefore, Quran, my brothers and sisters, many times I talked about it. I said, I couldn't find anything better than Quran, which is a word from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Word of Allah is a kun fayakun. Kun fayakun. He says that. But from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Holy Quran came to the heart of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and it wasn't like a word. There is a hadith sahih, that he says, when he came to wahi to me, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, it's like a chain dropping on the rock. It's a melody, it's kind of melody came to me, and it come out of my mouth when I'm saying. This is a Holy Quran. It's hadith sahih. Of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives wahi, doesn't talk to the, just say and listen. Then from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no doubt. All messages in the Holy Quran says, وَمِنَ اللَّهِ الْعَلِيِّ الْعَظِيمِ, and so on, so on, so on, so many times. Therefore, Quran has to be recited with a beautiful way which Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam recited. Therefore, what we need to do, my brothers, reading the Quran tartil. We got the Quran tartil, we got the tajweed, we got the tafheem, we got the four way we got the of the size. Size of Quran is a 12. Which I read it many years ago, and when you get old, you forget I don't know the size of Quran. But of course, tajweed and the tartil are different. Tajweed is a set of rules. It's very important, the brothers and sisters and the people who are on the net, they understand. Different tartil is a bit different with the tajweed. Tajweed is a rule and regulation which has Quran has to be pronounced. And tajweed means, in Arabic, means to make well. To make it well. Right. Well. Without the tajweed, the meaning of Quran can be changed. Meaning of a Quran can be changed. Sometimes, of course, not all the time. For example, what I was saying, of course, sometime I was saying to talk to the people. Come to me, of course, with the Jawab, 1,000 people sitting on the scholar. I said, Allah. And one person, of course, was very anxious to talk to me. He says, Allah. I said, well, there is an accent coming. That doesn't make any difference. But, doesn't make any difference. Allah, Allah, Allah. It's not that. And Allah means al-ilah. Ilah, which I pronounced it before and I said it before, that means all the desire of everything goes to Allah. He's a greater attraction. All the sky goes million miles an hour going toward him. The sky, the earth, it goes. The sun goes follow the orbit, but the earth going to follow the sun. I don't know, 64,000, 68,000 miles goes around the sun, 1,000 goes around itself, and he goes, I don't know, 10,000 per second goes forward, and all going forward toward attraction. That's called attraction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the moon and the sun, the moon, I believe, أعطيتين, or كرها. It's come with us, my mind at the moment is there, come to me willingly. And sky and earth and so on, so say, we come where are you coming? Towards. And we are called, we say, Allah al-Ilah. We are going toward the desire of soul, bodies, everything, and the DNA, the cork, the da, goes to our desire to receive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is called Allah. But of course, if you say, I remember what Imam was saying, of course, you don't know, I say, because of course I don't say, a very good Imam, a friend of mine. He was saying, Allahu Akbar. I said, that's wrong. Because if you say Allahu Akbar or Allahu Akbar, it's okay. Or Allahu Akbar, it's okay. The elongation is okay. But if we say Allahu Akbar, that means, when you say that means if Allah is great. You understand? Allah. Means if. Alakum, hada. Say, if they haven't got that, for example. Many times in the And he realized, of course, I told her somebody else's friend of him to tell him because I didn't want to confront. Like some people go, Sheikh, he didn't say that, he didn't say that. He just does not feel which Sheikh has got some respect, some that. For all respect of the ulama, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala respect all of us. And of course, tartila. For example, when we read the tajweed of Holy Quran, we've got several different ways with tajweed. For example, elongation. Tajweed, many things, elongation, and in the best way. For example, Manshawi, Muhammad Sayyid Manshawi is a very, very, very top Quran station. Or, we are talking about Abdul Basit, Abdul Samad, which I met his son, of course. He was a very close friend of mine. He still is a very close friend. He's reciting, for example, the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. If you read it with the qira'at, different qira'at, again, we have it. Elongation, the proper elongation is a 6 on 4 or 2 or qalqala or whatever. There's many things which we have. 20 minutes, different with the Surah Al-Baqarah. If you read it, Surah Al-Baqarah is about 2 hours it takes to read properly, 2.5 hours. 20 minutes different it takes. Reading Surah Al-Baqarah, the same, right? With the 2 elongation, for example, say, Alif, Lam, Mim, or Alif, Lam, Mim. That's a different elongation. But the elongation of course you don't teach tajweed here. I used to teach tajweed here many years ago with many brothers. Elongation is important. If you elongation, you have a 2, for example, so you give it for a 6, all has to be through the whole surah to be 2. These are different ways you can, of course, you find yourself, inshallah. The third thing is, of course, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Bara ibn Adhif, one of the Sahaba Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم زين القرآن بأصواتكم. زين القرآن بأصواتكم. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, Bara ibn Azib, which again, as I said, he said to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, make the beautiful voice, the Quran voice beautiful. Make a Quran understanding and beautiful with your voice, harmony. Because sometimes Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was was passing in the night and see one of the Sahaba reciting the Quran in a beautiful voice. Beautiful way, he was passing and said, also that's, who is that? He said, that. And it's a beautiful voice, and he said, make it beauty. And when you read it, when you read it in a beautiful and the melodical, which we have, of course, is allowed to, like a nasheed. Melodical and the way which we have, everybody loves it. Non-Muslim drop down on sajda. Therefore, the people who have beautiful voice, which we got, mashallah, many, they can write, or the people have a, I'm sure everybody got a beautiful voice, there is no doubt about it, but make sure you read it in a beauty way, which the people don't get put off, especially when you are reading outside or reading recitation in other places. It's very, very important. And the fourth one is, and the last one, to understand the Holy Quran. I was in a Jamaat of Ulama called Kuwait. I'm one of the, like, when Ulama, the scholar from all over the world come, they call me as well. I'm not saying I'm alim, but I'm saying I am a student on what I don't know and alim on what I know. Student, what I don't know, and a scholar on what I know. What I know, I'm a scholar on that because I read and the research. What I don't know, I'm a student. Therefore, Qira'at al-Quran has to be understanding the Quran. Without the understanding of the Quran, is not a Quran. You are. If it was me, for example, I say you offended me. Why? Of course, it means many people reading it without understanding. But you're reading the Holy Quran, which, for example, reading the Surah Al-Anbiya, which لا يسمعون حسيسها. You are talking about the hell coming, making a so noise which make you crazy, the fire of hell coming, everything else, and you say لا يسمعون حسيسها, and after that the people say mashallah, very good voice. They don't understand, subhanallah. It was talking about the hell. It was talking about the fire of Allah. It was talking about anger of Allah. But the people who are avid and good, they are not listening. The frequency is not in the frequency they hear. They لا يسمعون حسيسها. فهم في مشهد أنفسهم خالدون. I'm trying to answer. Therefore, my brother, if you don't understand, we say, mashallah, Sheikh Ramzi, mashallah, what a good voice. What is this? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was shaking himself. All the Sahaba was shaking themselves. Subhanallah, subhanallah, please, just accept us as Abedin, accept us as Abedin. And we read and we say what we say. I don't want to criticize, brother. Read it. And if you don't understand it, still read it. But to understand it, and the Quran is a rule and regulation, nothing else. The set of rule, regulation, and advice. What happened there, what be done to them, what happened to the Ad, what happened to the Thamud, what happened to the Moses, what happened to the Jews, what happened to the Christian, what happened to that, and be done that, perhaps you learn, perhaps you get advice, and you read it for what? And perhaps you get advice, you don't understand anything. I'm not criticizing brothers. Read the Holy Quran, but understand the meaning. Understand the one verse is better than reading the Holy Quran whole as not understand. Well, better reading the Chinese. What's the difference? I always give it tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 away. I said English one because the people say, "Oh, Sheikh," I said, you read that one as well. You understand the Holy Quran. Understand the Surah Al-Ikhlas. He said, if you want other surah which you don't understand, is not a voice coming and we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says the Quran they are like a himar which carrying the books, like a donkey carrying the books. I'm not criticizing at all. First I said myself, and after that to the brothers, is advice for the whole. Please learn it in a way, and it is a paradise. There is no doubt about it. Anything is in the Quran is a paradise. No doubt. And I'm saying hand in heart because I know. And when the Quran, the last bit I have to say, of course, when the Quran, my brothers, opens to you, opens. Remember some time ago I said, six conditions you have to have from the Holy Quran. 6 conditions. Without the 6 conditions, you don't understand it like me. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Without a doubt, this Quran will take you, make you متقين. هدى. That means there's a guidance for the muttaqin. There is no doubt about it. So first chapter is opening chapter. It's not the first chapter. Quran is different things. The first chapter is Surah Al-Baqarah. Is opening chapter is there. Surah Al-Baqarah is there. First chapter, and first it says this Quran invite the muttaqin, guide the muttaqin. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. أولئك على هدى من ربهم. These are the people which is on 6 conditions. These are the people. These are the people. هدى أولئك على هدى. They are على صراط المستقيم. 6 conditions. Find that 6 conditions, Quran open to you different. Wow, I didn't understand. I told many scholars, what did he say here? He said, I read it 2,000 times, the Quran. I didn't look at these 6 conditions. Many scholars. I said, did you look at this 6 conditions? Without 6 conditions, Quran doesn't open. الذين كفروا سواء عليهم after the saying الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. The people who doesn't want these ones, the kafirs, if they are kafirs, for example, they don't understand anything. These are different. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, my brothers and sisters, reading the Quran. Reading the Quran. The way the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was advising us. Learn. If you are Arab, of course you understand. Many Arab, with due respect, of course, again, but their tongue of the mother, they understand. But the non-Arab get a 2 or 3 times reward if they learn, because it's harder. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.